Hello, hello, hello. I'd like to welcome everybody to Tarot Tuesday, courtesy of Goddess Elite in North Olmsted, Ohio, www.goddesselite.com. Tonight, we have the lovely Venus Marie doing readings for us. She specializes in love readings, so if you have relationship questions, this is the time. Hi, Lisa. And we have what is the word I want to use to describe you? The enigmatic? No, that's not it. It's the, she's a power. She's a force. She's nature incumbent. She is all of the things. Miss Calavera, who speaks to skulls, reads oracle cards and stuff and junk, and throws bones. And one day we're gonna get Alex on here. She can throw some stuff. Lisa's in North Olmsted. She's been looking forward to seeing us live. Well, here we are. Words are hard today, so you picked probably a bad intro day, but we're here and we're gonna have a good time as we always do. Let's see. So, to get a reading, all you gotta do is put your name and the type of reading you'd like in the chat. We are streaming on 4 platforms, so don't think you've been skipped. I have to pull everyone as they come in from all of those platforms. So your name, the type of reading you'd like, you get a 1 or 2 card pull, and the ladies will hopefully address all of your issues. If you would like a more extensive reading, you can pay $5 via Facebook in stars, or $5 via Twitch in bits, and we will do a 5 or 6 card pull for you and give you a more in-depth reading. If, however, you would like a personal reading, you can do so live and in person at Goddess Elite store in North Olmsted, Ohio. If you are not near North Olmsted, Ohio, you can always book it via Zoom or telephone if you're uncomfortable being on camera, which some people are, and I get that. So we're happy to do that for you. There is a list of readers on the website, goddesselite.com. If you click on the readers tab, it'll show you all of them. You can read all of their bios and pick those, or if you'd like one of these 2 in particular, I will have links to them on the screen here as they are reading this evening. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and let's get this party started. My co-host is sitting on my mouse, so I'll just use the trackpad. Thank God for laptops, man. Okay, so first off, we have Jennifer DeMeo, who would love a general reading.
All right, let's see what we get.
I will get the cat to read one day. He will pick cards for us. It's gonna happen.
I told you just gotta have him pull some cards. He'll just spread them out. He'll pick one.
Right. I just have to find the right motivation to get him to want to do it. Got a lot of regulars back. Hi, Brenda, Gail, Lisa, Chris Clarity, one of my favorite peoples. What days do we have readers at the store? We have readers at the store every day, except for Monday, because we are closed on Mondays.
It also just depends on what kind of reader you would like.
Right. They kind of are in rotation. Weekends, sometimes we have 2 a day in. And if you check the website, we do psychic prayers every other month-ish on the last Sunday of the month, so you can have your choice of multiple. So that's how that works. But there's always someone available. So if you're in a crunch and you just need advice right now, there's someone. And if by chance there's no one there, Calavera's probably there. She can do it for you too.
All the time.
All right. So what do we have for Jennifer?
Venus, did you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Rock, paper, scissors.
So I'm quick. I just pulled the boundaries card. This is from the Feminine Wisdom Oracle, by the way. If you guys want it, we have it at the store. So this lets me know that you have boundaries that you need to put up, whether that be with family, whether that be with friends. I'm getting the sense that you are saying yes when you actually mean to say no. Your time is very precious, and just because you have the time does not mean that that is free time to give up to somebody else or to a task that doesn't necessarily fulfill you. So set those boundaries. Say, start with practicing saying no to things that you don't necessarily want to do. And especially with people that might be prying a little bit too much. Make sure you put up what is acceptable for you and what is not. And boundaries change all the time. So it's okay to feel like you need to put your walls up a little bit higher than maybe you did this time last year. So just know that that's okay and work on that.
Okay, so my 2 cards for you kind of agree with that. So the first card that I pulled was the Seven of Wands, which is a card that means that either you need to hold somebody else accountable or you might need to hold yourself accountable, but whoever or whatever the person or individual of the situation is might have some toxic habits, and that might be where those boundaries come in. And I get that with the Justice card, which tells me that something needs to happen. You need to set these boundaries, you need to speak your truth, you need to handle this situation so that you receive justice on the end of the situation. You need to speak up. If you're giving your time away and you aren't being able to rest, whether that is spiritually, physically, emotionally, then you need to take that time to be like, hey, this is my line. I can give you this time. I can't give you this time. And find that level of justice for yourself.
All right. I'm going to give you, I did not pull a card, but I'm going to sum up what you two are saying and give you my best mom advice. As a mom, my first answer to everyone was no. Why? Because no has some finality to it. That buys you time to think about it, to break it down, see what it is. You can always change your mind later. I say, no, you can't do that thing. And then later I think about it and I'm like, okay, you can go. But these are the rules. I've had time now to think about that. So maybe try flipping the script and using no as your first reaction. And then you can come back with a yes later after you've had time to really consider it and just weigh whether or not you've got time to do this thing or the attention to put into it. So there's my mom advice. So Lisa is up next and she would like health reading.
Okay.
If you're just joining us while they're shuffling their cards, if you'd like a free reading, put your name and the type of reading you'd like in the chat, whether it's love, general, health, home, pets, whatever is going on in your life that you work. It's always a big one. You're welcome, Jennifer. So that is how you get into the reading. If you'd like a more extensive reading, you can make a donation of $5 via Facebook in stars or Twitch in bits. And what do we have for Lisa?
All right, so keep in mind, we cannot give health advice. So do not take what we say over medical advice. That is my precursor before we get into any of this. So funny enough, the first thing I did pull, this is Lenormand. This is the romantic Lenormand. Is the tree card, which actually has to do with health, right out the rip. Second, I pulled the bouquet, and I got this instant feeling that you need to be grateful for the health that you currently have. I'm a big advocate where if you are not grateful, you are stopping the flow of good things continuing to happen for you. If you constantly are just this is bad, and this, if you sit there and talk about your health in a negative light all the time, you are manifesting more bad health. I see this all the time. So instead of sitting there and saying, oh, well, my back, my sciatica, I can't do this and I can't do that because of this. Instead, look at it as, what are ways that I can still make this work and move around the pain or discomfort that you're feeling, and still continuing to do things. You have to look at health as a gift, is ultimately what I'm getting here. Your health is a gift, and sometimes it's not the prettiest bouquet that we could ask for, but the flowers are special to you. So work with what you have, be grateful for the health that you have, and do not talk negatively about your health, especially out loud, so you do not manifest more bad health. Okay, that's it.
That's good advice.
It is great advice, because I'm going to echo it, because the tarot card that I pulled for you is the Knight of Cups, and that card is all about romanticizing the present and living in the present and appreciating the things around you so that you can have abundance and manifest all the things that you're trying to manifest for your future. Because at the end of the day, I'm seeing it as in the comments, like, you're talking about your health, you're struggling with something that's long term. Your body is going to grow and adapt to whatever health issues you have, as long as you believe that you are getting better. Like, when we get lost and we get stuck in that cycle, and I say that because the oracle card I pulled for you from the Earth and Bone is the Ascension, and that is all about the end of cycles and transformation, and new beginnings. So these two cards together tell me that you need to appreciate your body for all that it has done. It has gotten you up to this point. It has gotten you through these tough times. It is still continuing to push you as you are still dealing with these health issues. It's time to be grateful for that and remember that gratitude as you go through this journey of getting better.
I just read the comments that you have long COVID. So this is then where I would put my 2 cents in, as to look at it as you are still here. There are people that did not make it through COVID, and there's people that do have long COVID, but they're also experiencing like terrible, terrible, terrible things that are happening to them. So this is kind of like that. There's always someone out there that has it worse than you, and you have to be grateful that you were given the hand that you were. Like, at the end of it, you're still here, you're still breathing, and you're going to make it through it. So.
Many years ago, when I was diagnosed with a long-term disease, I had a really good friend say to me, you have 24 hours. 24 hours to freak out, be sad, have your pity party, and then you have to move on with your life. You can't get stuck in that place and wallow in it. You have to focus on the good things, the things that are working, and keep moving forward. And that was probably some of the best advice, life advice I've ever had. So, take your time, freak out, do your research, cry, feel bad for yourself. But in the end, you just got to keep pushing. So there you go. Next up, we have Brenda, and Brenda would like a love reading. In 1 week, we're going to get through a whole Tarot Tuesday without me saying love like that. I swear to God.
No, you're not. Love.
Love. We're in love. You're welcome, Lisa.
Okay, I feel like I need to use my love deck for this.
Such a sloppy, like, shuffler. Like, I'm sitting here, like, just spasming out. Okay.
Throw them in the air and see what lands in front of them.
And then I wonder why, like, the edges of my decks are, like, frayed.
Frayed.
So, I got the book, and I got the bouquet for you as well. As far as love goes, you, I'm not getting that this is somebody. I'm getting that this is you. I wish I could pinpoint more, but with what I've got, you are having this new way of thinking when it comes to your relationships or new relationships. You have to be an open book for people to be able to bond with you. You can't close yourself off and then expect people to come to you. And you have to be willing to basically be read and vulnerable. Otherwise, people learn stuff about you later on. You've already developed a relationship and you've hid yourself. So be yourself. And basically that is your greatest gift that you can give somebody. I've got a great pull here, but I'm just getting very heavy on being yourself and being open to people, and don't try and put on a facade or a face just to get the attention of somebody.
Okay, so my 2 cards for you, I pulled a tarot and an oracle for you. So my tarot for you is the 6 of Swords, which is all about new chapters, new beginnings. So this is going to be a new chapter in your life. You might have ended some cycles in relationships. You might have let people go, release some things, and you're looking for love. That's a good thing at the end of the day. However, with this new chapter comes new experiences. You're gonna have to put yourself out there. So one of my favorite decks is the Amor et Psyche deck, because it not only is a great oracle deck, it's very beautiful. The card that you have is the Sweetest Taboo, but it comes with what it calls a proclaiming love, and it's an affirmation for you. So the Sweetest Taboo card is all about putting yourself out there. It's all about giving yourself a chance to be loved in a way that you may not have ever experienced before. It's allowing yourself to take a risk, because you are facing a possible chance of rejection, but you, at the end of the day, are looking to find that perfect person who will love and accept you for who you are without question. And the affirmation that this card has for you is, I indulge in my passions and follow my heart. I am filled with love and boundlessness. So please take that little message and leap to the stars and go find your future partner wherever your heart may find.
Awesome. All right. So next on the list we have Gail, who would like a general reading.
What jokes do you have today for us, Nikki?
Oh,
She said I don't have any lines.
don't, but I will. Give me a minute. You know I love my dad, psychic dad jokes.
Yeah.
Always a good time.
Okay, so I pulled the Wisdom card. The Wisdom card is all about knowledge and understanding. This lets me know that you are a beacon of knowledge for other people, and you continue to change through your knowledge. This also has to do a lot with your intuition, and this lets me know that you're developing it. You're on the right path with it. It also lets me know that this is always like my time to come around and go, hey, listen to that. Because sometimes we need reminded of that gut feeling or of that feeling in our chest, and to not ignore it. But it's continuing on in this path of understanding regarding situations that you've been going through. Use these maybe poor situations to build up your knowledge going forward, and look at the things that are happening to you as just little achievements, like when you think of a video game, just little achievements that you kind of collect and that help you get stronger in the course of life.
Okay. My 2 cards are kind of similar. First, I pulled for you the 7 of Cups. And this is a little bit of a warning card, and at least I like to say it, because you have options that are spread around in front of you. There are many different options that ultimately you're going to have to make a choice between. And the little warning that I have for you is you are really going to have to think these options out, because they may all be great options. They may all have you stumped and have you feeling like, what if I take this option? What do I lose? You need to sit and really think about the option that you are taking and why you're taking it. And you also need to be really mindful of what you would be sacrificing by taking that option compared to other options. And I say that with the 8 of Swords being the card that follows, and this is a card of overthinking. So honestly, you may already know which option you need to pick. You may already know why you need to pick it. You may already know that it's the best option, and you may just be overthinking it because maybe it doesn't give you all the benefits that you are desiring. Or maybe one option may appear like it's better, but you know deep down that your heart is telling you that this other option is what you're supposed to be choosing. If you already know that, that's your intuition speaking. You need to listen to your intuition and pick that option, because there may be a chance that you pick these other options and you're not as satisfied as you would be if you would have trusted your intuition. I can't hear you.
She's muted.
No?
Now?
There she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. So we have Rosanna. I'm waiting to find out what kind of reading she'd like, if she's still with us. But what do you call a funny psychic?
What?
A comedian.
I don't know why I thought that was funny.
Oh, okay. While we're waiting to hear from Rosanna, Melanie has would like to know your thoughts on her pets.
Your
So
pets.
I read along and I already started Melanie.
Okay.
And it's really cute and it makes me emotional.
Oh.
So I got Karmic Relationship, and this is with the Voice of Souls deck, and I will talk up this deck all the time. Each deck each card has 3 different meanings: one for your higher self or your inner soul, one for an entity, and one for a spirit guide. Picking up on entity, so this lets me know that your pets, especially, or you might have one that you're thinking about in particular, you guys have like a karmic like soul tie, where this pet is going to come back to you life after life after life, that your bond is very, very strong, and that there's like just a lot of love there. And this is, I guess, just a message from the animal, like letting you know how much they care about you, and that they will come back, whether you believe in reincarnation or not. You will notice, maybe you get, let's just say the cat, you'll notice that you'll get a cat later on, way down the road when your cat passes away, that is going to have very similar characteristics to the cat that had passed away, that was really close to you, etc., etc. And it's your cat basically coming back to you. So just very, very strong, cute, loving relationship that you guys have.
That's so cute. The card that I pulled for you is the Conjurer card, which in general, conjurers, they summon spirits. So this is a bit of a message. And it also is a higher self card, so specifically for your higher self, if she may be listening. This is a card that says that no matter what, your pet is by your side, regardless of if it is in this life or if it is in a different life. It will transcend. This relationship between you and your pet will transition against timelines and dimensions. And I also get the Trinity card, which a lot of people, that's Mother Main Crone. Like, this is a deep connection that is not going to be broken. Like, this is a connection that transcends time, no matter what is occurring between you and this pet, whether it was the love that you guys had while it was alive or while it has passed away. As you continue to go on life and as you grow around this grief that you may be experiencing, just understand that your pet still walks beside you, like, no matter what. It doesn't matter if they're here, it doesn't matter if they have gone on to a different timeline or wherever they may have gone. You're never alone, whether they're here physically or not.
So the love of your life and beyond is your pet. And that's all I'm going to say.
Grieving my cat that's still alive. Like,
I know. I'm over here petting mine like, oh my God.
I sit there and I'm like, if you die, I die. Like, you better stop. She's perfectly fine.
I'm not dying. I'm not leaving anytime soon, actually. I wasn't planning on it. You feed me.
Next in the queue, we have Catherine. Catherine wants to know about family. So what do we have? Let's see. What's a psychic's favorite game?
What?
I Spy with My Third Eye.
So
That's
bad.
a really good one. Okay.
That was a good one.
That was really good, Loki.
If you're ready, go.
Yeah, I'll go first. First card that I pull is the Four of Swords, which is a card all about rest. And the card that follows it is the Queen of Cups, which is the card all about emotions and regulating your emotions and making sure that you honor your emotions. So these two cards together may tell me that perhaps in your family situation, you may have a lot of stress going on. You may be pulled in different directions. But these cards are a reminder that at the end of the day, you have to put yourself first. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So make sure that you are taking some time for yourself. Make sure that you are taking time to refill your cup, to refill your energy, to rest and relax. And that doesn't just necessarily mean sleep. Make sure that you are spiritually rested, that you are emotionally rested, that like mentally you are rested. Make sure that when you are approaching whatever situations you may be occurring within your family, that you are taking the time to pull yourself to ground yourself, like to ground yourself and give yourself time to respond in a way that not only fulfills the needs and like appeases your family and the people nearby, whether that's like immediate bloodline family or the close friends that we met along the way. Make sure that you aren't compromising your needs for these people and you're not compromising their needs for yourself as well.
I'm using a new deck, so bear with me. This is this is the Deadly Apothecary Oracle. So I got Snowdrop, and this has to do with going with the flow. It's family dynamics and family cycles change periodically. People change as they grow up, etc., etc. You need to stop trying to control your family. They are going to have their own opinions. They're going to have whether this be kids, uncles, aunts. Everybody is so different. Just because you guys are blood does not mean you all get along. At the end of the day, everybody has a different personality. So this is that reminder to not try and control people. You know, why does this person think like this? Why does this person think like this, etc., etc. Everyone's an individual, and you just kind of have to sit there and be like, okay, like, I don't necessarily vibe with how you're doing life. And we're just, yes, it's a lot of acceptance. You don't necessarily have to agree with what your family is doing or what family members are doing, and they don't necessarily have to agree with you and what you're doing. Just continue to be you regardless, so long as it's not hurting your family on purpose. And you'll be fine. Just go with the flow. People change, and you'll learn. Some family members will stay and some family members will go, and that's just how it goes, unfortunately.
All right. So we are now up to Sherry, who would also like a love reading. I can't just say it normal. I just can't. It doesn't sound right.
It's just so fun to say.
Maybe I need to read it in a sentence just so I can get it out without that emphasis.
I also love that we've got two like very polar opposite readers tonight. I want you guys to know that. You've got someone that loves love reading so much, and then you've got me that would rather pull my hair out. I will do it, but I don't. There's when they say people have niches, it's 100% true, and this is a Venus niche.
I got news for you, babe. The next two after that are also love readings. So there's a lot of love coming in right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying anything that I know, I love love. That's my best kind of magic. Like, let me do a love candle and I make it work.
And I'm over here like, does anyone want to talk about like how poor their life is going and how it's going to get better? Like, it's just like
it kind of love. Love comes through its trials and tribulations.
It do. Okay, Sherry, I don't like what's going on. So I got the fox and the house. This lets me know that somebody is not being truthful in your relationship if you are in one, or it also lets me know if you are not in a relationship that you don't really know what you want. This is kind of that you are wearing a mask or someone else is wearing a mask. And someone's either being deceptive or you are being deceptive. Deception is in the area. And this lets me know that it's within your home. So, and don't think of home as in like your actual home, but the place that you consider home. So this could also be home. Your spiritual home, etc. Yeah, this could be even just how you feel inside. But yeah, don't love what's going on here. I don't really have a bunch of advice for you. Lenormand is very much straight to the point. It's kind of like, this is what's happening. So it sucks to suck. So other than my advice could be that if you are not being truthful in your relationships or in your relationship search, you need to fix that. And then if you are with somebody, this is kind of that red flag. Look out for red flags. Look out for someone not being 100% transparent with you. That's what I got for you.
Unfortunately, my advice is none the wiser. I have the death card. So this is the card that says it's time to tidy up that spiritual home that Helvera was just talking about. However, you also have the Owl card, which is all about wisdom and enlightenment in your mind. And this is all about independent thinking and being independent. You know what this situation is that we're talking about. Whether this is a person, like if we're talking about a person, you know exactly who we're talking about. And if this is you, you know exactly what situation we're talking about. There needs to be levels of non-negotiables in relationships. There needs to be things that you will absolutely not stand for. And those things need to be your hard red flags. They need to be your limits. Like when you see them, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Don't think about, oh, I can fix them or I can change them. No. Accept it as it is, as face value, and keep it pushing. Because whatever situation this is, you need to tidy this up. You need to clean it out because you will have new beginnings, new opportunities. There is plenty of love out here in the world. My grandmother used to say, there are 7 million people in the world. There is too many people out here for you to cry over one person. There is an abundance of love and opportunity out there for you, even if it doesn't seem like it, even if you might be in a little small town. At the end of the day, the love that you are looking for, you will find. It is just a matter of seeping through all of the baggage that comes with the rest of the people.
Start watching the red flag, green flag guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I love him.
I love him so much.
Yeah. All right. Next on the list, we have Liz, and Liz would also like to know about love.
Liz,
I
I know.
do.
Liz, why are you like this?
Love is a touchy topic. It's cuffing season, guys.
It's
Have
cuffing
cuddle and dating.
Not for me, but
Me too.
Oh, Lord. See what I mean with my aggressive... Ooh, Liz. What's happening?
don't let Venus get cuffed for me. You can cuff.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna let you cuff for me. I'll live my cuffing through you. Yeah, just go
Live
for it.
vicariously through me and my relationships.
Yes.
As of right
Yes.
now, me and my relationships get a little spicy. If anybody's trying to get their boo things back, I'm doing spells for it. Doing the spell check right now,
Okay, Liz. Okay. This is straight to the point. I don't know what it is. I've got the ring, and then I've got the man. So I've got that someone's going to be coming into your life. Now think of ring. Don't think that means, oh, I'm going to get married. It just means that there's going to be somebody that's going to come in that, as far as commitment goes, is going to be a man or someone who is more of a like portraying more masculine. So just know that something is on its way, but it is going to be a commitment. This isn't going to be like a fling. This is going to be like I can see a relationship, like a dating, something that is going to tie you guys together. So there's that.
Wow.
Now, straight to the point. Straight to the point.
Roll with it. I'm kind of getting maybe you're talking to somebody right now. That's the energy I'm getting. Maybe the vibes is for you because I get the balance card. This is what it looks like, and it's just a reminder.
They just met someone.
Liz just said she met
Oh,
somebody.
okay, so right, so you're talking to somebody. Okay, that's good. That's good. The balance card is literally all about finding your balance and your harmony with this person. So understand that when relationships occur, there are rough patches. You cannot have a healthy relationship without a rough patch. Just be very prepared for if you are going to really commit to this relationship, if this is really a person that you can see yourself with and they are reciprocating those feelings with you, it might be time to take a little chance. It might be time to really trust them. And you also have the Two of Pentacles, which is all about staying grounded and finding balance so that you can make a decision. So maybe the decision is that this might be your blue thing. This might be the person. This might be the person for you. And it's okay. It's okay. Trust that feeling in your gut that you're getting, because at the end, your intuition is not going to steer you wrong. You're supposed to learn something from this person. There's supposed to be growth that occurs between you and this person. Whether that's good or bad, that's up to fate. But I would take a chance if I were you.
I love how excited she gets.
I know.
I love love. It's so fun to me. Like,
something I just wanted to bring up really quickly because I do get messages from skulls every now and again, and one decided to pop up. Look at the habits that you're doing right now. and you need to analyze your current habits, and you might have to let things go in order to be with this person. So find out what's healthy and what is not, as far as what you are doing now. So that's basically all I got. Just to check your habits.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
That's what I was going to say.
Don't ruin a good thing.
Self-sabotage is real, guys. Like,
oh yeah, I've
real.
done it. I think we've all done it. Just to varying degrees. Next we have Jody, and who wants to guess what she wants?
I love painting.
Bingo.
I told you it's coming season. Everybody deserves a little blue thing.
I have. This is my cup. So
I should love a little bit more this year, seeing that I did get engaged this year, but it's just kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm trying to get like you, boo thing. I'm trying to get like you.
I got very blessed this year. Ooh. Oh, okay.
Well, it's hard to see love is like new and exciting when you already got it.
I think that's why. Is I'm sitting there
right.
like, I don't even know what that feels like anymore. Like,
we two have been together for a long time, so
yes.
New love is kind of different.
It is very different. Me and my fiance have been together for over 10 years, so it's like it's. I'm not saying that the love has died off, but that fresh like crush feeling, like, you know, it's just not. It's not there.
It's okay when you're walking down that aisle, you're gonna feel it again. Right?
There's that comedian Josh Johnson who said his grandmother said that the first year is lust, years 2 through 10 are love, and after that you just stay together out of spite. So there you go. Yeah.
Okay, so I pulled the tower. Now this is Lenormand Tower. This isn't Tarot Tower, so they have different meanings. The Lenormand Tower lets me know that you need to take a new perspective. This is climbing to the top of the tower and seeing, okay, do I like this? Okay, I like that. I don't really like that. And it's just taking on that new outlook on things. You know, again, over time, we evolve. We figure out things that we used to accept, we no longer accept anymore. So look at your relationship pool, or this new way of looking at a relationship with fresh eyes compared to old ways that you may have looked at a relationship. The second thing I've got is the anchor, and the anchor lets me know there is like stability and stuckness. So it is like crucial that you look from fresh eyes for it in this new relationship, and looking at things differently. Things that maybe you weren't really into, or like, I only dated these type of guys, or I only dated these type of people. It's not high school, you know, like we grow up and we realize that like types aren't always what we have to stick with, you know, like when you're in high school, you're like, oh yeah, that's my type. Like, you know, we grow out of that. So just look at things differently from how you used to, because it will open up your eyes a lot more to either people that are trying to enter your life, or opportunities to meet people that you are closing yourself off to by thinking one way.
Also, this applies to if you are a broken person or you come from a broken home, you do not need to find another broken person. So if that would be the situation, just interjecting a little bit there.
That was the mom coming through.
Yeah,
truly, but it's a lesson that has to be learned.
It's a mom night,
and that's okay. It's what's needed.
Intuitive momming.
So many cards. The soulmate card is all about how your soulmate is going to be your person. Like, you're not going to have to question whether or not they're the right person for you. Your soulmate isn't going to make you question whether or not this relationship is right for you, whether or not you are enough for this relationship. But when it comes to manifesting your soulmate into your life, and as a love witch, it's like truly one of my favorite things to do. I love a good little soulmate spell, a little love candle. You have to be mindful of the fact that, as Calavera said, your soulmate may not be your type. It may be somebody that you probably would have never given like the time of day to. Specifically, I kind of say that because I also get the strength card. That's the tarot deck card that I pulled for you for this reading. And what that card says is sometimes we need a little bit of backing. Like, we need to feel confident in our decisions. And we also need to be confident in being vulnerable. If you are looking for love, if you are attracting love, or even if you are in like a love situation right now, being vulnerable is so hard. It's like one of the hardest things that I've ever like dealt with myself. And that says a lot because I love love, as you guys can tell. Like, I love doing love readings, I love doing that. But like, the one thing I can never shut up about is how important it is like to be vulnerable and to give chances, even when like you're facing rejection, or even when it's something new or something unknown. Like, you have to take a risk. And sometimes those risks, they come back to bite us. But a lot of times, you're not going to regret the risk that you took. Like, a lot
Even
of times you miss...
It's a lesson learned. You know,
you're going to miss the chances that you didn't take. Like,
right.
At least you got to experience that person, and at least you got to learn that you liked something about them or you don't like something. Like, it helps you solidify things through experience. So it might be time to maybe look around the people around you. Except
you kind of learn through those relationships where your boundaries actually lie. So when you move on to the next relationship, you can say, I will never put up with that again. That's not going to happen, you know? So, or this is the kind of relationship I want to have. And it also makes you more open in the next one. I really am in mom mode.
You are in mom mode. I like it.
The next person up is Karen. Karen would like a general. So let's see what we can tell Karen, generally speaking. And as we're winding down here, I do want to remind everyone you can book with either of these lovely readers in store at Goddess Elite in North Olmsted, Ohio, or online at goddesselite.com. They are both featured on the readers page, and you can book, in, as I said, in store or a Zoom. If you're not comfortable on Zoom, we can do a telephone. But that is how you get on their schedule. Do you guys have any announcements or any events coming up that
I'm going to interject that I am reading on Saturday. I have not read in store in over a month. So I will be offering crystal skull readings. I will have my master skulls with me. And so I will be doing my cards in crystal skull communication. I'll be reading the next 2 Saturdays. So this upcoming Saturday and the 19th. So there's that. I'm always, I only read twice a month. So I'm like, you know, like. I'm sorry.
What did the client say to the funny tarot reader?
Oh no. What?
You're such a card.
Okay, that one's funny. I like that one.
All right. So what do we have for Karen?
Karen. I pulled from the Deadly Apothecary. I got Larkspur. And it talks about Bright Star. So this one is a little, I have to look in the book for this one. I just got this deck today, so give me a break for a second. So this lets me know that like changes are inevitable. The experiences that you have that you're going through right now, they're gonna happen, and you just kind of have to keep looking forward and just go with like the turbulences of life. You're probably experiencing like a turbulent moment that has you feeling a type of way. I like the bright star aspect because when I think bright star, I always think Star of David and just following blindly, even when things get rough. When you run out of food, when you run out of the will and desire, water, your feet hurt, etc. You just keep going because there is something on the other side that is worth the journey. And another thing I'm getting is, and this is just intuition, don't let people dull your way of thinking or like you think less about yourself because people question you in your beliefs. So if you're having a hard time believing in yourself due to other people, screw them and just keep going. And that's me saying G.
That was
And it'd
CG,
be like
not
that
C.
sometimes.
Okay.
PG, sorry, you're right.
It's okay because you were keeping it a G, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
The
She's
card
no
that I
G,
have
so.
Beverly pulled for you is the Worlds, which is the end of a cycle. You know, you're completing something. But you also get that with the Page of Wands. So while you might have completed a cycle, you might have ended some things, you're going about life differently. We're in that winter arc now, so it's time for you to really lock in and really change your mindset about how things are going. The Page of Wands tells you that things are not going to be as effortless as we may want it to be. Unfortunately, as much as we want pigs to fly, we want things to appear out of thin air, that's not always going to happen. I'm not saying that it won't happen. I'm not saying that the universe won't make it happen if you want to. But a lot of times when we are manifesting new things into our life, we're bringing new energy, we are allowing new opportunities and new beginnings to occur in our life, we have to be really mindful that we have to meet the universe halfway there. So if you're trying to manifest something new, you might be having new goals, you might be trying to do something new, you might be accomplishing new things. Remind yourself that thinking about it and visualizing it and manifesting it is literally only half the work. You also have to put forth the physical effort to get those goals and to reach those opportunities. Like, the universe is not just going to hand it down, unfortunately. But when it does start to hand things down, trust me, I will let you know.
And know that when it does, you've earned it.
Yes.
All right. So we have Denise who wants to know about money, career type things. I just want to remind everyone that we are here every Tuesday from 8 to 9. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your friends' family, and your family's friends. We would love to have you all here getting readings, and we would love to find a reason to stay later. But, you know, this is what we do for now. We'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight, and we'll see you again next week. Tonight, or next up, we have Denise, who's looking on money and career, which I believe I repeated myself on. So
Sure did.
I'm off
So-
my game today.
It's okay. It's okay. It happens. The two cards that I pulled for you, Denise, both have to do with your emotions. So the first card that I have for you is the King of Cups, which is all about composing yourself before you give a response to something. And you also have the Queen of Cups. It's a super card. And the Queen of Cups is making sure that you honor your emotions and that you are giving yourself self-care, that you are taking care of yourself, giving yourself adequate rest, making sure that you are listening to your higher self so that you have the answers that you need in order to compose this response that you're getting with the King of Cups. So when it comes to career and money, you might be in a place in life where you are looking for new ways to get money. You're maybe looking for new jobs, new opportunities, new ways of abundance. This might be time for you to really sit with yourself and think, am I really happy with what I'm doing right now? Am I really happy on the path that I am currently on? If the answer is yes, stay on it. That means you're on the right path. You just have to be consistent, and with consistency will come your success. But if the answer is no, this is that card that tells you it's time to switch past and to get on to what you're happy, because the abundance that you're looking for, while it does come through with consistency and continuing to work hard, you're going to have to follow your heart. You're not going to be getting the abundance you want if you're not doing something that ultimately at the end of the day isn't satisfying you.
So I got the tree again, and the tree also has to do with growth. And with this, I'm getting that you're going to be getting a opportunity, whether that be within the job that you're at or an outside source, because the next thing I got was the letter, which has to do with news. It could be an email, it could be delivered in person. And it's going to be coming in rather fast. So when I hear fast, I'm usually like a month to two. What was that? Were you?
Oh, I was just moving my mic.
Oh. I was like, she's trying to say something. So this is just letting me know that there's going to be opportunity. And this is when I feel like I need to state that just because it isn't something you necessarily have seen yourself doing, doesn't mean that it's not meant for you. Career paths change all the time. Something that originally you're like, I would never do that. You might find yourself doing it and liking it. So be open to opportunities that might not be on your bingo card, and know that it's going to be coming in rather quickly. So you're not going to have to wait super long for this opportunity. And this is also a statement where if you want growth, you have to go out and get it. It's not always going to come to you. So if you are in if you're looking for a job, if you're in a job search, now is the time to start really, really looking, because there could be opportunity for you on the other side. But you have to start. That's if you're looking for the job.
Have to actively participate.
Yes.
And you can always petition for a job. Like, write a little petition to the spirit team, and they'll get it for you. And it works, because that's how I ended up getting my job I got as elite. Like,
that works. I've done it too.
Yup.
Light a candle, write it down, stick it under there with a dollar bill. I need this job to make that money.
And this is why I always say, like, you know, take that job or take the opportunity that you might not have thought that you would ever do. Because if you would have told me you're going to be doing social media for a crystal shop, I would have been like, ha, that's funny. And now here I am, and I love it, and it makes me happy. So, and
now you have all these wonderful people around you.
And then more opportunity came from that. So it's not like it's just stunted at one. I think
no, because when you do what you love, it grows. So
yes. Oh, there she is. Okay, I thought she was frozen.
No, she's good. All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming. We are done for the night. Oh yeah, and visualize it all working out when you go to bed. That's also really good advice. Thanks, Chris. Because just gotta focus on that. It's working out. This is the path I'm going to. This is where it's going to lead me. It may not take you exactly where you pictured, but it'll take you to where you need to be.
Yep.
So good advice, Chris. Thank you. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We'll see you next Tuesday. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and many blessings.